Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, and Google, they're all asking this question in their interview. This is Leetcode, house robber. We're given an array that indicates the value of the house. We need to rob the house to gain the maximum of the profit. But we have a precondition that the two adjacent houses cannot be robbed by the same time. That means if we are taking this house value, we cannot take its adjacent house. We must skip the second one to take the third one or the fourth one. So the maximum profit we can get is taking the first house and the third house, which is 4. For this type of question, each decision you make will affect the rest of the steps. Basically, we are facing two decisions if we are on the current stage. The first decision is we take the current house, so that we need to skip the next one and take any one of them in the rest of the steps. On the other hand, we don't take the current stage, we take the one next to it. Next, I'm going to talk about bottom-up recursion approach. We have HR function denoted as the house robber function. Inside the parameter, we have I denoted as the index of the array. As we are on the first index, we can either skip the second index to take the third index, or we take the second index individually. So at the current stage, we need to find the maximum between I plus 1 or the sum of I and I plus 2. So what about the base case? If we're reaching to the last element of the array, in this case, which is number 1, we can just simply return the value. If we exist the last element of the array, in this case, we're reaching to the index 4, we simply return 0. And if you look at the function at index 2, we can see that maximum is the third element plus 0, in this case 3 plus 0. So HR2 returns 3, and this is return 3 as well. At HR1, at index 1 we have the value 2, and this is 0. So the maximum is 3. Finally, we have HR0. So HR0, the first element has value 1. So 1 plus 3 we have 4, and 4 is the maximum. So total we have 4. And this is a Python code. I declare a memory variable to cache the result, because we have a repeated calculation, for example here and here. So if in the index I is already in the memo, I simply return it. And we have two different base cases here I just talked about. If we're reaching to the last element, we simply return the current num, like here. If the index exists the last element, we simply return 0. And every time assign the maximum value between I plus 1 or sum of I plus 2 and I to the current index I at the memory. And finally, we return the memo I. If you like this channel, please click like and subscribe. Thank you.